Hi, Bill. I just wanted to go over for about 5 minutes or so, real fast, today's trading session. It's September 20th, 2017, and just get your opinion on. There were a few trades today that I thought I could take and should have taken, but didn't. I'm finding out I started trading live with real money, but only two contracts last week. Actually, one contract last week and then two contracts this week. But on last Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I didn't make any trades on Wednesday or Friday, but I made one trade on Thursday for half a point. And then this week, on Monday, I didn't make any trades. Yesterday, I made one trade and lost half a point. And then today, I didn't make any trades. But I've seen some that I've hesitated on, so I'm having a problem basically, pulling the trigger. And I think it's predominantly because I'm not quite sure if I'm seeing the market right and seeing the signals properly. And so if you could just give me your opinion on today and let me know if I'm seeing things right and if these were areas that you would have taken trades or you wouldn't have taken trades and why, I think that would be very helpful. So if you could do that, that'd be great. So I just wanted to show this real quick to you. Today when the market opened, it popped up real quick, then it went up a little higher, then it started going down. Now, I didn't look to do anything here. It was, only a couple minutes after the market opened, but it went down, bounced off the moving average, then it went down more. I got a Pesavento line here. When I got the Pesavento line here, and it was just beyond the moving averages, I thought, okay, this might be, a good trade to take here if I get a color change and whatnot. But I wasn't sure because really the market was going sideways and really wasn't showing an uptrend. The 49 and 89 here were flattening out, and on the 2000, it was basically doing the same thing for the most part. So I wasn't really sure. I know that you say only trade in the direction of the market, the long-term trend in the 2000 tick chart. So I wasn't really sure if that kind of applied here or not, but it ended up going up, getting a couple good, green bars here. It changed color, and then it went up and, was worth a couple points. Then it went sideways a little bit, then it went up a little more, and then what I seen here, it was equal to the high at the open. And the indicator here was a little divergence, looked like it was starting, and then it went down and it turned over here. I said, okay, there's a divergence. But one of my questions to you was, how can you tell when a divergence is stronger or better to take than others? Is it, this was right up here on the top and this was only down here at the 25 and it's not very far, and this was equal to, so is that a good divergence, or is it the time from the one peak to the other peak? Here it was about 20 minutes from this peak to here. Just trying to get an idea of divergences and what makes them stronger or better to take. So also direction, because since the market looked like it was going up, and then this is a counter trend. I know that you said you take a counter trend trade, only if you have the divergence basically. And so I wasn't really sure here, and I didn't take it, and it went down. So I felt like I missed two trades, one here on the up and one here on the down. It went down to around here, down to this low, and equaled, and then it popped up, and I probably would have gotten out somewhere here during the pop, and gotten a couple points or a point and a half or whatever it was. Then it continued, go sideways a bit, then it went down a little, and then it came back up, the moving averages, popped up a little past it, and then down, and then back up, and then started going down again. So this here was where I wasn't sure either if it spiked here at 550, and then back up here at 5 1/4. Now it's a quarter point. Now is that close enough to say it's close to the high or equal to? And then is this a good enough divergence here? you know, it's very short. It's only a few minutes, but there's definitely a divergence there. But I don't know. Like I think a quarter point is probably close enough to that high to say that this was valid. And then it went down a bit. It didn't go down a lot. Well, it went down a few points. So I wasn't really sure about that either. I was looking at it too. It was bouncing off the moving averages again and starting down. So I thought that with this small divergence probably was good. But again, I didn't take it. So I'm just trying to see if my reasoning and what I'm seeing is correct. So if you could give me any insight, I would appreciate that. Then the market kind of went sideways. Then it here. This is another thing I want to see. It went here. Bottomed here, went up, and then bottomed back down. That was the same, and there's no divergence. But then it came up towards the moving averages, came back down. So when I seen this, I said, all right, that looks like a divergence. Again, it was 275 there. It was 250 here, quarter point. This looked like it might be a better divergence. It was much farther apart than over here, but then it popped up just kind of quickly. So I was looking at it saying, all right, I would have probably tried to get in right around 375, and then it kind of went sideways a little bit, and then it popped up, and you know, it's a little bit of money there, but it took a little time to develop. But again, I just was trying to see, is this a good divergence here? Is this a better one than this one? You know, in your opinion, when you're looking at the charts. So I know that the way I've been looking at it, like Friday and Monday, even yesterday, the ranges have been pretty tight, and it's been a little difficult, I think, to make money. It looked like this afternoon the market started to open up and started to move in a much larger range. There was more opportunities this afternoon, I think, but I didn't trade this afternoon because I had to go to work. I've been blocking out my mornings to trade from 9:30 to about 11:30, and also I wanted to ask you about, in the first 10-12 minutes you say you generally don't trade, and I've seen quite a few trades in that first probably like 9:35 to 9:40 start to develop, and I didn't know if that rule is still in place with you, or if you think that taking it a few minutes early if you see something is worth doing, or it's too risky. So if you could just let me know these few things, I'd really greatly appreciate it. If you have like 5 or 10 minutes, just tell me over the phone. I think that would be best for me to understand. If you don't have the time to talk to me on the phone, and you can reply in an email, that'd be great too. But whatever you can do, I'd appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Bill.